Is this really is it really the big problem that these women make it out to be? Is it, where are all the good men? Where are they at? Well, you can see on the screen there's Homath's little drawing there. Not people. If you look under the ghost, that's where you find the good. What's the problem with that? Well, they're not tall and good looking, and they don't make a lot of money, and they don't give good dick, and they're inexperienced. I just want, it's the same old shit, isn't it? Oh, where are all the good men? Where are the non-creepy dudes and all this kind of, oh my God. It's crazy talk, man. But Phish, Replicant Phish has one. Let's go ahead and listen to this wonderful young lady.
So I have like a general inquiry.
Okay.
English.
Do you speak it?
General inquiry. Now,
yeah.
I haven't dated.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to that carefully. Watch how her eyes go to the left because she's thinking.
General inquiry.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't dated.
What does that mean? She hasn't dated. Ghost Cog is in the building. Hello, RO is here. Knock to the DC. Hello. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope y'all had a good Christmas. My turkey chili turned out really well today too, by the way. Anyway, so this woman here says she hasn't dated. Now, do we have to get out the female translator? It's not what you think it's the same dictionary, or it's the same pronunciation, different dictionary, right? What does she mean, dated? Well, she means she hasn't been in a relationship. Okay, I've already listened to the video, but I'll give you a couple of hints. She's been divorced for 2.5 years, right? Do you think she was knitting the whole time? No, she wasn't.
Dated
Mm-hmm.
since 2013.
Okay, so she got married basically right out of high school, and then got divorced. She's 29, single mother, and has been knitting every weekend for the last 2.5 years. Right?
Wow.
That's 11 years ago.
She's apparently Australian too. 11 years ago. So you were in high school, basically. Right. It's going to come into play. Don't worry. I'm not pounding the dead horse here for no reason. She hasn't been on the scene since high school. Okay?
It's a long time.
Now, if you think back to 2013.
When you were in high school. Do we have to pound this fact out? That dating and shit in high school is just a tad different than dating as an adult. Just maybe a little, just a smidge different. Just a little bit. Okay. So you got the deal, right? She got married in high school, basically. Graduated high school, got married. Been divorced for 9 years or so. She's been on the carousel, but not dating for the last 2.5 years. Okay.
Most of you can't. The dating scene was different. There
in high school. Yes.
was no, like, Instagram had just come out. There was
Now, excuse me. She said Instagram had just come out in 2013. I don't know if that's true. I don't really give a shit. I'm sure it's true. Whatever. It's not a dating app, is it? What is Instagram used for? It's used to put on those Lululemons and show your ass all over the internet, right? Okay.
was like, I don't know if dating apps existed. I don't know, but
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
The influence was not there.
That's true. It wasn't. When I came out of a long-term relationship in 2016, it's odd. For all the game I thought I had before, it was like, okay, bruh,
I mean, 10 years is like almost a lifetime, especially the last 10 years with dating and shit. Fuck. Night and day, not even in the same universe as it used to be. Everything is upside down, backwards, and fucked, basically.
What evil is this?
Exactly. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit different than high school, for sure. I would take a guess at that. Probably I haven't been in high school since 1982. But I'm sure being in high school and dating is a little bit different than being an adult and dating in air quotes. Go.
I hope you're focused and on your square.
Oh, yeah. I'm so square.
Some things worked here, good. Other things didn't. It's like, okay, it's like, wow, new adjustments. And it's a common thing for people who come out of long-term relationships into modern dating. It's mad. It's very fast. It's like
Did I tell you how old this woman is? Did you guys take a guess? 29. 29.
a freeway, a motorway of people running past and through each other, literally through each other.
And man, she must, I mean, nothing against her. I'm sure she's a nice lady and all that, but she must use a fucking spray gun or something to put makeup on. It's like, jeez.
It's quite filthy. But the
Really?
problem a lot of women are facing is
Holy God.
a lot of the decent men, the good men.
I mean, look at her hands and her neck compared to her face. It's like, okay. All right.
They've left.
Yeah, I guess she needs more time in the tanning booth for her hands or something. I don't know. I don't know. Link is in the description if you want to listen to The Phish without me talking, because it's probably better. RO is here. I remember meeting my date's father and being on my best behavior. Yeah, in high school, probably. Sure. David Graham is here. Pound it out, yo. Yeah. Time for a new brewski. Yes, RO. Get out the brewskis. I still have a bunch, but I'm having water tonight. I'm in one of those moods. Anyway, go ahead.
Left the highway, the freeway, the pool, the scene. So whereas there are still many men there, the decent ones can't be bothered. They're burnt out. And in some cases, a lot of them feel they're too good.
As we should.
Yeah.
You missed.
Yeah, the thing is, though, again, we use this similar language, English, but we have a different definition for the same word. What does decent mean to this woman? I think we know, don't we? 6 foot tall, 6'4", Chad, bro, kind of whatever. Good dickin'. All that. That's a decent man. But right outside her door, there are 9 out of 10. Well, the other 10% aren't hanging outside her door. Or just walk around the fucking street. There's bunches and bunches and bunches, but they're not the men she wants. She's not the men she believes she deserves, right?
Someone in the wild. I met my ex-husband in the wild. It was
in high school. Oh my God.
great. It was a great time. The dating was beautiful. It was
In high school.
so
Magical.
non-toxic. It was great.
Mm.
Coming out of a divorce 2.5 years ago, and like I've seen people in between, dated it a little bit, but now I'm like half years ago, and like I've seen people in between, dated it a little bit, but
What do you suppose that means, guys? She dated a little bit. What does that mean, do you think? Again, we got to get out the Star Trek Universal Translator to translate from womanese to English. Dated a little bit. What do you mean? Do we think we know what she's talking about? She wasn't dating. She was getting dicked down by Chad. I mean, everybody knows it. She knows it, but here they are saying this. Everybody knows what you were doing, girlfriend. Come on now.
now I'm like throwing myself back out there.
She's throwing herself back out there after getting her heart broken by a string of Chadleys or Tyrones or Juans or Chin Chin from China. We all know what she was doing for the last 2.5 years. Come on now.
What happened?
Well, you're not in high school anymore, and you're 10 years older than high school, 11 years older. I mean, you're not old, but you're not in high school. You see the difference? You see that?
What?
Life.
Yeah.
And not being rude, Not being rude to this woman. I mean, time has passed for her as well, you know? So things would be different from her perspective as well. That
You know, I was just thinking something crazy today. Do you know when Donald Trump was elected? And then, well, this is not politics, but I was just thinking in my head here. The children that voted this November, who turned 18, were 10 years old when Donald Trump was first elected. Holy shit.
that wouldn't stop her finding someone. That's not the point. But time has passed. Things would be different. She'd be seen differently.
Like,
Of course it's different. Number one, you're an adult. Number two, you've been through a divorce. You're a single mother. You're virgin on 30, knocking on 30, right? Now, you're not at the wall yet, but it's coming, right? So it's an entirely different thing. You think she's going to understand? No. Oh, no.
when did humans become
Vapid.
not humans?
Not people. What do you mean by that, dear?
When did like women and men, relax, and men become like a
Selfish.
choice or like something that you just like? I like, no, I don't like that one. Swipe.
That's a very good question. And it's mainly women because most men can't get a fucking swipe on a Tinder or whatever. What is the dating app? Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, whatever, Match.com. I don't know. Your average man, the one that you think you say you want, but you don't, you really want his values installed in a Chad bro robot who knows how to throw down the cock. You know what I mean? Most men don't have that experience. Most women who pretend to be men on Tinder almost need psychological treatment after they see what average Joe, and not even so average, even mid or even upper, sevens, the treatment they get from females on these dating sites. It's not even funny. It's got to be a real mind fuck for people. I mean, guys are used to it for the most part, but women, look up some of those videos where the woman pretended to be a dude on Tinder and she could not fucking believe it. She could not believe it. I should go find that video. Maybe I'll try to find it. But it's like, I was messaging ones and I couldn't even get a response. Yes. Yes,
Or
indeed.
like, oh, it
That's the
doesn't work
point.
out with that one. No worries, because like, I'll just find another one.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the way modern women are. Actually, they've always been that way. They just have the better tools to do that. Right? I mean, imagine growing up in a small farming community, maybe 5,000-10,000 people somewhere out in the middle of the plains. You couldn't just swipe if you wanted to get any action because there just weren't that many people. Well, now if you're on the internet, you're worldwide. Literally, you can go anywhere and get attention from dudes.
Fast food dating, rinse, repeat dating. That's what so much of it has become.
It's like junk food dating. He didn't say that, but that's really kind of what he should have said. Junk food dating. It's about as toxic for you as junk.
Everything is processed fast and quick nowadays, including people. What's a hookup? A relationship, situationship, a meeting, a dinner, a coffee date, whatever. A talking stage? Oh, who's breadcrumbing?
Not a coffee date. Oh my God, you cheap loser.
Who's ghosting? Who's gaslighting? All this stuff, all of that is part of modern dating. And it's like, it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It just is. And I tell you what's funny nowadays.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of decent men have taken themselves off that freeway, out of the pool, because there are so many men still in it just running amok, all men are still labeled as the same. It's like, no.
Except we're not, though, because they don't even see men who are not in the top. I mean, do I have to get out the not people? These men don't exist. And so when many of these women say, oh, where are all the men? Where are the men? That's because they don't see these guys. See, she's probably in this range, 6.5 on a good day. She only sees these guys. That's it. And she's not unusual. She's like every other female. Go ahead.
Referring to decent men who, they have more focus in their life. They may have once tried to be that guy. They may have once been a husband, boyfriend, still a dad, obviously, still a parent. If they are or have been, well, they've learned to seek more in life. And that's what a lot of men should do, learn to seek more in life. The thing about being a decent man is a woman has to be a benefit to your life. She has to bring you something.
Peace.
Peace. Peace, love, and joy. Yes.
But a lot of women complain about men
And sandwiches. Yeah, in the kitchen.
who they have to support. They bring the table and put the man on the table, and then complain about men when it's like, no, woman, that's a different breed of man. There are less decent men in the pool. You're gonna have to pick from what's left.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody who's not a people, it doesn't count. I don't see those people.
Or no, this
because they're not people.
is too hard. I'm leaving. Or yeah, I thought I was ready,
Oh,
but
wait.
yeah, I'm really. No, this is too hard. I'm leaving.
Yeah, this is where she whacks out the number of cocks that she's had in the last 2.5 years. Okay, there was one. Let's do it again.
Oh, you're gonna have to pick from what's left.
Or no, this is too hard. I'm leaving.
Okay, hard. It's too hard. I'm leaving. Number one.
Or yeah, I thought I was ready, but yeah, I'm really not.
Number two.
Or I have too much trauma.
3.
So
A lot of people do.
these are all my problems, and they're probably going to affect our relationship. So nah.
4.
Or yeah, I really like you.
5.
I really like you, and I want to keep seeing you and taking you on dates, but
But
you're probably not going to get a commitment from me.
Hmm.
So we're just going to stay
Fun.
that way for a long time.
Yeah, fun.
so there's 5. 5. Remember, she said, I dated a little bit. A little bit. You found 5 Chads. And the reason they didn't want to commit is because they don't have to. But I bet you got some good dick, huh? Yeah.
Messy. Sticky.
Sorry? Like, what happened? Honestly, if there are genuine people out there, genuine,
There's lots of genuine people. You just don't see them.
who just
Mhm.
have old school values.
Mhm.
Maybe it's like a European thing. I don't know. I was going to
No, it's the old school values, conservative chivalry, all that kind of stuff. It's abundant, but it's in the men you don't want. It's pretty easy to see, isn't it? Where's Brandon Trueblood? He was streaming earlier and he didn't send me a link. Can you believe that? Bastard. Maybe he'll do it again tomorrow. I don't know. So she's had a string of Chads that ran through her like someone plowing a cornfield in Iowa. We all know the fucking story. And those are the ones she's talked about. The ones that she dated, yeah, those are other guys that she didn't mention because it just didn't go anywhere. Right? I mean, it's so easy to decode this shit.
say wog, but then you're going to be like, oh, it's so offensive. It's not if you are one. Where are the old school, like,
Josie is here. Hello. I couldn't listen to that accent for too long. I have to put a great big hot dog in her face or something. You're evil. Evil. Engineer in Hickory Stripe. Hat. Hello.
nice traditional values?
Mr. Hemi 4-speed. Plowing a cornfield in Nebraska. Yeah, with your butt if you're, Flanders. Oh my God. Corn cob up the poop chute.
In the modern world of fast food dating, that's boring, isn't it? It is boring,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Have a look at this before we get back to this woman.
I feel like not enough people warn you that when you start making the right choice in dating, start going.
Okay, there's 3 women here. So let's go back. This is the second one. And we'll get back to the Chad chaser here in a minute.
I feel like not enough people warn you that when you start making the right choice in dating, start going for emotionally available men that are genuinely interested in you and make that very clear from the get-go.
She said so much there. I think we have to go back and unpack.
Woman.
I feel like not enough people warn you that when you start making.
Okay, not enough people warn you. If you make rational, decent English, motherfucker, you speak it. If you make rational, realistic decisions about the guys that you want to get into a relationship with or date, no one warns you about this. Everybody warns you about it. Your auntie, your grandma, your grandpa, your uncle, your sister, your cousin. Stay away from those guys. Yes, they're exciting, but they're going to break your heart. They're only in it for one thing. They're never going to buy the cow because the milk's free. Blah, blah. Everybody told you. And you didn't listen. Again, blame everybody but themselves. It's amazing.
Making the right choice in dating, start
Uh-huh.
going for emotionally available men that are genuine.
Okay, what again, she's dropping so much here. What does emotionally available men, what does that mean? Think about it. What the hell does that mean? You ever been interested in a chick and you really want to be emotional? What do you mean you're not available? It means it's Chad. He's not acting like he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's not emotionally available because he has no emotions for you. You're a slow Tuesday, babe. Come on.
Genuinely interested in you and make that very clear from the get-go, it gets a little bit more boring. Dating
Oh, she's right about this. Listen to
interested in you and make that very clear from the get-go, it gets a little bit more boring.
So she understands that Chad bros are exciting, and the highs and lows of the emotional roller coaster that Chad will put her on, waiting for the text. And, oh my God, is he going to call me now? Maybe he'll call me tonight. Oh my God, I missed his call. And then you call him back. Oh, come on. Chicks love that shit. It's a drug. That's seriously.
Dating gets a little bit more boring because
It's called intermittent reinforcement. It's like gambling. Why does some granny, smoking a cigarette and drinking a martini sit there for hours at a slot machine, mindlessly putting money into it? Why? Because once in a while, she wins. Intermittent reinforcement. That's how they get you hooked on gambling, boys. Arvero is here. Craig Furness. Oh my God.
it's no longer up, down, will they, won't they, this like chemical, like
Yes, it's an addictive drug. It's a drug. It actually literally is a drug that your own body makes. And women love this shit. They love the drama. They love the tension. They love the crying with their girlfriends because Chad didn't call me. It's addictive.
you're getting rewarded 1 second and you're not the other.
Yeah, we get it.
Intermittent reinforcement. Yes. That's how they get you hooked.
Chaos.
We understand the chemical reaction, the chaotic dating,
Mhm. Yeah,
the
yeah.
spiking of chemicals in her brain.
Yep.
Oh, it's fun, isn't it? On one hand, it's sad that, even though in a way it is, it's sad that people see a normal traditional relationship as boring because on one hand
Mhm.
it is. Compared to the high
It is boring. Yeah. It's life. Life is kind of boring sometimes. But you do your best. You hang out with the other person that you love and care about, and you get through it. Once in a while, you have some fun, drink a little bit or go on vacation or even gamble. Life cannot be a constant roller coaster. Think about that. If all you did all day was ride a damn roller coaster, it wouldn't be fun anymore, would it? No.
highs and lows of dating a narcissist. And that's whether you're a man or woman.
Oh, Grinchy's over here, Mr. Horndog. She isn't bad looking, though. She's all right. She's aight.
Like dating a narcissist. Yeah. Like a woman dating some crazy dude who's just
And I do like this trend with the women getting like that dark nail polish. I don't know what it is. It's just like, oh, okay. Then some of them have the pastels, like, baby blue and pink and, green. Okay. All right.
just always mixed up in
I
something.
approve.
Or a man
approve.
dating a crazy chick who's just
She's crazy.
she's always
Grinchy wants to show this hot dog. Oh my God, Grinch, you're nasty.
got something going on in her head. Yeah, whatever. I mean,
Long hair is awesome, yeah. Big Towel Outlaw's in the building. Oh my God, why don't you have a wrench, Mr. Outlaw? I gave you a wrench, didn't I? I'll have to fix that up. I'll put you in the special super secret place where I can just look your name up. It'll be great.
on one hand, it's fun, isn't it? But then to be settled,
Coma him. Coma him. Coma him. Da 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 da. All women are mid with their clothes on. God damn. Everybody's got a boner tonight in this. Oh my
to
God.
be put together, structured, go to work, come home, keep the home together and everything.
Well, I know, James. I'm saying, yeah, boring is okay with some surprises along the way to keep yourself from going crazy. Like I said, a vacation, buy a new car once in a while, that kind of shit. But damn. because it is addicting. It's a drug.
I mean, it's boring, isn't it, for a lot of people? That's boring. See, the question is, for as much as a lot of people want traditionalism, how many find it boring? Whether up front or in the back of their minds, find it, this is actually kind of boring.
Yeah.
And how many people are willing to admit that, if it's the case?
The next, you're getting consistent, predictable behavior, and that to the brain is not exciting. Otherwise,
That's right. If you always lost when you're gambling, you wouldn't want to play anymore. If you always won when you're gambling, it's not gambling, is it? It's the same psychology.
Drugs wouldn't be exciting to people, It's very predictable,
Moist,
smooth
moist,
sailing,
moist.
and stable.
Moist.
And while that's great in the long term because you don't go crazy, it also makes you realize that, I'm not going to have these quick dopamine hits in a kind of toxic way. But
I mean, this woman actually understands what's going on here. She gets it. So I don't know if that means she's, conducting her dating life accordingly. Probably not.
That's the reality. If you want to continue.
And the sad part about that is when some of these women who love that meet a decent man, they will trigger those incidents, as in she will jump out the window, create an incident, some sort of action or chaos, to have those dopamine hits.
I mean, instead of the random cock one night stand, which admittedly, it's it is kind of fun. You send her flowers or you get it, whatever, right? Something to keep the spice in there, take her out to dinner, all that kind of shit. Get tickets to the show. There are other ways of getting dopamine other than finding a random bass player at 2:00 in the morning at the bar. It's
not providing it because you're just trying to live life and be a normal, decent man. Yeah.
Grinchy, put your penis back in your pants.
She's got to get it from somewhere, hasn't she? Then she ends up becoming the narcissist herself.
Yeah, she's all right.
You're dating high school level emotional maturity men, then go for it. Keep going for those men that don't choose you, that text you every 5 days.
That don't choose. Okay, again, we've got to peel the onion back a little bit. If she is saying stuff like this, she has been through the Chad bro kind of stuff, right? Listen to what you.
Men, then go for it. Keep going for those men that don't choose you, that text you every 5 days.
Another Chad chaser. Now maybe she learned. Maybe she's figured it out, and she only had to go through 100 dudes. I don't know, right?
Or you can go for the guy who will respond to you as soon as he sees his message. It's not it might be less exciting, but it's in the long term. It protects your heart, your brain, your nerves.
You WAP as well.
Protect the WAP. You won't ever have to worry about pus and shit breaking out in your face. It'd be great. Results oriented. Sasquatch eats flowers.
And the normal dating.
Well, I'm just saying, to do something that's unusual, that'll get the dopamine going a little bit. Again, the normal routine with a little spice. What in the heck was that? Sounded like, it must have been some of the beer cans.
Send a message. Hey. Without being weird. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You have to define weird, sweetie. Let's get that whole thing there where the beer cans weren't falling down. Okay. Not even drinking beer.
It might be less exciting, but it's in the long term. It protects your heart, your brain, your nerves.
You WAP as well.
And the normal dating. Send a message. Hey. Without being weird.
Again, you're going to have to define weird. What does that mean? It depends on the second of the day, the second and the hour of the day, and the day of the week, and the week in the month. In other words, you never know. You never know what's weird. Anything that you try to communicate with this woman and she doesn't dig you is weird. You see?
You know what I mean? And the not playing games.
Look, everyone's weird in playing games now. Look, everyone's weird in playing games.
Playing games. Again, she's revealing her entire last 2.5 years of life. We're up to 6 or 7 now. Something like that. But hamster, it could have been the same guy. Trust me. It wasn't.
This is part of why it's so weird and messed up. Everyone's playing games.
She was getting wrapped up in Rack him and stack him. Give me some of that
And
cock.
they're toxic, they're narcissistic, they're self-entitled. If everything's fast food, there's no need and worry and care for commitment. This is why, even though it sounds bad and shallow, a lot of people do date without emotion in modern dating. There's no consequence. There's
Especially Chad. Yes.
always more people. Though it's a falsehood of options, the belief that I can just swipe to someone else, it keeps a lot of people in a cycle, keeps them on that freeway, that motorway. There's no off-road. There's no exit. For some, they don't want an exit or off-road. They like the constant moving chaos.
And just like, I get it. It's hard to meet people in the wild.
No, it's not. No, it is not hard to meet people in the wild. It's hard to meet people in the upper 1% of men that you believe you deserve. Do I have to pull up the graphic? I'm going to pull up the graphic anyway. Here's what you want. And here's what you don't see. 80% of the men you don't even know exist, sweetie. So don't sit there and tell me it's hard to meet someone in the wild. It isn't. It's just hard to meet Chad Thundercock. And I'll give her that. That's probably true. Okay. I guess I can understand that to some degree. But it's safe to say most men, their intentions are to bone if they can. So then why don't you try? Well, that's just not the job of a woman. It's supposed to be the man that approaches the woman. Well, maybe it's time for a different sort of paradigm. Maybe it's time to throw those old rules out. If you see a dude and you think he's hot, go up to him and talk to him. Oh, that rejection thing. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Normal. Define it. What does that mean? That's number 7 or 8. See how they give themselves away. You just got to listen. So she's been out getting railed. Let's see, 2.5 years. Call it 10. Make it easy. That's a 2.5 years, 20, 30 months. So one dude every 3 months she's been getting railed by. Chad. Which is probably that's a little light actually. But she does have a kid, so she'd have to pay for the babysitter. Oh my God. Not people. Take the ghost away. You'll find lots of. Yeah, it's a different breed of cat. Yeah. It is a different breed because they're always fucking busy. And then when they catch one of these men, oh my God, he was just not paying attention to me. He was always working. How the fuck do you think he got where he got? Jesus, it's just stop it. Right? Well, I mean, it depends on how you define decent. Joe Sixpack, who works at the shore, loading shit on trucks or whatever he does. I'm sure he's a decent, wonderful guy. But you don't want him. It's not interesting. It's not as exciting as Chad. Notice her eyes. You see that? Maybe you guys can't because you're on the phone. Her whichever eye is right or left. She's got like a kind of a weird. It's interesting. A shading. Like her eyes are brown, but then she's got like this shade at the upper right there, or upper left, according to my eyeball. It's kind of interesting. Could be her sunshade too. I don't know. Maybe. See that now we're up to 10 or 11 or 12. in high school. Yes. When you were in high school, it's a little hard to ghost somebody. When you're in high school. When you were 17. Yes. But you've had it since. Or did she just give another thing away? She went out for 6 months on the carousel of cock. And then she finally gave up. It's like, well, this sucks. It could be. We're up to what? 10 over 6 months. It's, well, one every 6 times 30, 180. One every 20 days. I could see that. In high school. Yeah. I'll just let her play. She nailed it on the head. Mm-hmm. When you were in high school, you had old school traditional values. Yes. There are a lot of men that would love to go out with you and treat you well. You just don't see them because there's a ghost with a piece of paper on top of it. That's why you can't find the men, because you're not looking for them. And you actually don't even see them. Yeah. Mm. Yes. She just doesn't see them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, saying things and doing things are two different things. The browser's not connected to your audio share. What? D-Day is here. Something happened, apparently. End stream. The browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. Try sharing your screen again. Okay. All right. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Okay. Share audio. Okay. I think that's right. I don't know what happened. Oh my God. Okay, so now I've got two. I got two of them. Okay. All right. Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on here. Something happened. Can we hear?
Well, by then it's too late, isn't it? The man's already
Can you hear her? Okay.
made a commitment. Yeah. Have a look at this.
One thing I like that a man do is choose himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Baby, he don't give a damn what you got going on. You could be literally fighting for your life. And if he ain't happy, he's going to go do whatever makes him happy. You can literally be transitioning to be a better person. And if he don't care,
Thank you, sir.
he's going to choose his.
I got a message in the StreamYard. So your audio is disconnected. It's like, is it? Apparently, I've got two. I don't know what's going on. We'll just go with the flow here.
Which is what a lot of men are doing. Okay, look, we get it. A lot of men have no choice. But let's be honest, a lot of men do. And in choosing yourself as a man, it's like the possibility of you having a better life is just far easier. It's more simple. It's more attainable. Sadly, in the modern era, yeah, it's more attainable. Because are you really her husband, boyfriend?
Ray Pacheco is here. RO says her voice is anti-Viagra. Really? Audio's all good. Yeah, thanks, Spot.
Lover, whatever. Or is she just wasting your time? You're just a placeholder for someone else. When men choose themselves, you can't go wrong. I mean, unless you don't love yourself and it's like, oh, come on, bro, come on.
One thing a man has taught me
What's that?
is you better choose you, because boo, he gonna choose him. And I ain't gonna lie, I love that for them, because they ain't with all that. Oh, let me give you a chance to get it right. They gonna find somebody else that's gonna do whatever they say go do.
Yeah.
Ladies, y'all better getting like
Again, we're still talking Chad here. It might be an African American Chad, but it's still a Chad. It's Tyrone for sure.
and get to act like y'all know what the going on. Choose yourself. If you feel like it's not serving you, do it.
Oh, anti-bite. Oh, God. Duh. I'm not even drinking, and I've only slipped it by me. I'm stupid.
One thing a man eat down with is getting the they gonna find another bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
Sometimes out of a bitch's freedom. She don't complain.
Y'all be eating with that. And lately, I've been getting the glow, and I feel good. I see why y'all do it.
Now she's learning too much.
Where are ya? I'm waiting.
They're under the ghost.
And you may be waiting for a long time. No, of course you'll come across plenty of men. Come on. But the ones she's talking about, they're far and few between. They're around, but her likelihood of finding them, good luck, because a lot of them are hiding.
I mean, she's not bad looking. She's all right. She's not too old yet, but she has a child.
People, like, I see some videos of like some people, and it's a little bit cringy.
Yeah, I mean, at least, the African American lady, she can have a black scent because she's black. These young blonde little girls that apparently like to hang out with hood rats that come up with the black scent. Like Cash Me Out Back Girl, whatever her name was.
They'll be like, this is my official dating profile, like on TikTok.
On TikTok, really? Okay.
But I feel like I've become one of them.
Oh.
I mean,
You've learned something.
it's a little like attention grabbing. I'm like, wait, DMs are going to be flooded now. Like, relax.
Ghost. Just look under the ghost. You'll find.
And they're usually like gorgeous men.
Of course they are. You don't even see guys who aren't gorgeous. Listen to that shit. Oh my God, it's so funny.
DMs are going to be flooded now. Like, relax. And they're usually like gorgeous men.
Gee, I wonder why you see gorgeous men. No idea. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hydrostatic. TikTok is now a dating app, I guess. No, it's to put your WAP out there on display, and then they want some guy to slide into their DMs apparently.
But please don't DM me if you're like an old man.
Wow.
That's all I ask.
Oh, she doesn't like old men. Define old.
I'm 29, single mom. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You just fell from a 7 to a 3.
29 single mom. Interesting. I mean, it's a perspective, isn't it? For the quality of man she may want, I mean, that alone may make her undateable for a lot of the decent men she wants. Not for a lot of...
Of course, Spock. Yeah. You're hitting it right on the head here. Let me let me share that comment. She wants a man taller, stronger, smarter, better educated, more successful, of course, more money, obviously, in better shape, better looking, all that stuff. And he is supposed to serve her. Someone's got something kind of ass backwards here.
Of men, of course, a lot of men will date a single mother, of course. There's nothing wrong with that, to be honest.
Yeah, it depends on how you define date. Relationship date? No. A dick date? Yeah, hell yeah. Right on.
But for each individual's personal choice, if he chooses not to because it's his choice, yeah. And a decent man, yeah. A man with things to lose, a man that may want more for himself.
Easter Sunday, he's also horny tonight. I mean, everybody's... She just hasn't been bent over by the right one. And I'm the right one. Is that right? Sunday?
He doesn't see the value in picking up a woman who's already burdened.
I'm not saying like it's my dating profile. 29 single mom. No.
Well, you can't say that because that would turn off about 90% of the guys. Or even 98% of the guys. But they'll still give you a good ticking. Man or dogs. Woof.
Because we get it. Baggage.
Yeah.
But also,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And those 10 or 11 or 12 cocks that you gargled when you first got divorced, also baggage. Probably even more so than the child.
maybe I would meet my husband through TikTok.
Or you could just walk around outside and meet people. That would be touch grass, as the kids say. Just go out, go walk around a park. Go walk your dog. I mean, come on. Well, yeah, but every time I go there, these guys are creepy and losers. Well, because they're not all Chads. That doesn't mean they're creepy. It just means you're not necessarily attracted to them initially. As Homath says, the more you get to know someone, the more attractive they become. So take a chance. Go sit in the park. Go to the beach. Come on.
Okay.
Should I do a dating series?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Let me know what I should do.
Go outside.
Let me know what I should do. Should I try and find my husband on TikTok?
You can try.
Comment, should she?
But she ain't gonna.
Should she? They're planning
She'll get plenty of dick, though, without
to
question.
shut it down soon, so I mean, she's got to hurry, doesn't she?
All I ask is that you're not a creep. Please just.
And what does that mean? Define it. Does it mean a man you're not physically attracted to is a creep? Probably.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
I mean, she wants a Chad bro. She wants Tyrone. Clearly. I'm not missing, right? I think I've got it figured out here. So we've got Homath queued up. I might as well look at see what Homath has to say here today. Now, I'm not saying that this girl here, a little bit of makeup in the right places, she'd probably be okay. But talk about expectations. You ready for this?
Wants a $200,000 a year man. Is that going to happen? Here's what she has to say.
No, it is not. But then again, she's in Los Angeles. $200,000 a year probably isn't much above average, for California.
Why I won't sleep with a man who makes less than $200,000 a year. Average.
That is a fucking lie. Did you hear what she said?
Why I won't sleep with a man who makes less than $200,000 a year. Average.
She's lying. She's absolutely lying. We all know that. You don't need hardly any experience to figure that out. She's lying. Are you telling me you never got down and dirty with someone who wasn't making $250,000 a year? Get out of the fucking building, woman. You're lying.
Average one-bedroom apartment in LA is $2,800 a month. If we have a little bit.
Or she could be confusing dating with fucking, which is essentially the same thing. It's synonymous these days. Maybe that's what she means.
Maybe, the average two-bedroom in Los Angeles is $3,800.
Yeah, you could just move out of Los Angeles and not live there. I'm sure there are other wonderful places in California that are cheaper. Right? Why are you in LA? What are you are you going to be a Hollywood movie star?
We're going to bring home $1,841.54 weekly or $7,366 monthly. Do you know how much benefits are for a family of three?
Now, again, it's sort of an ad hominem attack, but she does not have the goods here. I'm sorry. She's not getting a guy. She's not getting a rich guy. That's not
on a silver PO plan because be so for.
I mean, even on a slow Tuesday, might not happen for
real. I am not giving birth in a county hospital, but we still have cars, insurance, utilities, food, clothes. The dogs need to eat. Veterinary.
You mean like real life? Okay.
Expenses that we wouldn't have expected.
And why couldn't you both work and each make $100,000? Oh well, he doesn't fulfill my needs because men have to make what? 35% more than women, or else they're not attractive. They're not economically viable.
Maybe things, etc. And I know what you're going to say. You should get a job. You should be working.
Yep.
The average cost of childcare in the state of California is $16,866.
Then move somewhere else. And having a child is a choice, sweetie. So
I'm not going to go and get yelled at by a boss and be stressed out and wake up and spend 4 hours a day commuting, 2 hours there, 2 hours back. This is LA. We have.
Yeah, she's not wrong about that. California is a real pain in the ass. I mean, to get anything affordable, you got to live like an hour and a half out of town. It's pretty crazy. Well, that's Bay Area, but I'm sure Los Angeles is
traffic just to go and pay that much money in childcare when I could be home with the child.
RO says she's a party sub who's been left on the counter after 100 minutes. Well, remember, she's not going to sleep with anyone who doesn't make $200,000 a year. So She's a virgin, right?
Okay, first of all, I agree with you. The cost of living right now is bad and getting worse, and
Well.
you should be terrified. Be terrified. But
Easter Sunday again. He's thinking about it. He's contemplating it. It's like, well, maybe with enough beer. Just
before we get into the rest of the math, maybe you should not be living in Los Angeles. This is one of the more common Delulu arguments that people try to slip in under the radar. They go, these are my necessary expenses for living in the most expensive place in the world.
yeah. Don't live in Los Angeles.
You also don't have to live in an average apartment. Let's set this down to $1,600. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you might be in the hood, but there's cheaper.
Some places you can buy a house for $50,000. You don't need to live in LA. You
Well, not in California. You can't. Well, maybe, probably not.
want to. So as long as you're there, your
St. Louis, we got plenty of houses for under 50. You can buy them all day.
math is correct. Now that you've made your choice, let's talk.
Dog isn't a necessity either. Exactly hydrostatic. A lot of this shit isn't. You don't have to have a 2-bedroom apartment to have a child. Let the kids sleep in the living room. You don't even have to have a 1-bedroom apartment. You could have a studio. It'd be perfectly fine.
Talk about market forces.
Just one thing with this is what I think I deserve. It's not we can scrape by with this. No. I'm going to think about that. No.
This is the female delusion calculator. It estimates your chances to find the man of your dreams. Let's just set the sliders here. I'll assume you're going 25 to 40. Any color is okay with you. Minimum height, let's go with average. And minimum income, you selected 200,000.
200,000.
So your ideal man with these loose requirements has a 1.6% chance of existing. And it just so happens that the average income for Los Angeles is actually lower than the United States average. I don't know what that means for this number, but it's probably not good. You got 4 out of 5 cat bags. So here's what that number looks like. This is probably actually oversized. And it includes fat, short, married guys. Let's
4 out of 5 cat bags. Cat food, baby.
just fix that. Married.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need a dog. You just get a cat. Cats you don't have to do anything with. They're just there. They eat and shit. That's all they do.
Obese.
Rebel against defeat. Hello. Good to see you, man. Merry Christmas. Hope everything was
Okay, quite a bit less actually. Okay, can you see that? There we go. Okay, I measured how many men this is. This is an actual measurement, 0.25%. So I hope this isn't news to you, but a lot of these women are going to be going after these men. They're very popular. I drew these nice lines. So if you were
Well, you do have to empty the litter box. Yeah, that's true.
these men, who would you be looking for? And where do you think you are? Are you a top 0.25% woman or
Nope.
1.6% if you don't mind fat, short, married men? If
Absolutely not. She is not even in the ballpark.
you're not sure about that, just take a walk around Los Angeles, you know, the city where attractive women gather to be judged by their looks, and take a guess about where you fit in. Look, I get it. You can
Every half pretty woman, girl, 18-year-old kid in the world wants to go to LA and become a movie star, right? Could you imagine? And maybe some of you guys live in California. Could you imagine the amount of WAP that's hot in Los Angeles? It's got to be amazing, actually, really.
can't add a man to your life in these conditions, but the conditions didn't come from nowhere. You wanted to redistribute the rewards. This is what happens when you do that. More renters and more workers means higher rent and lower pay. If you want to live in this world, we have to stop creating this one.
Yeah, too late. Too late. Yeah, that's a foregone. It's done. It's over. So you think Trump's going to come in and solve all this shit? No. I think it's almost insoluble at this point. It is not solvable. Oh my God. Let's read some comments. Rebel against defeat 2-0. The glistening comment. Yeah. Are you giving him a hard time? How dare you? How dare you? Spock talk. Elon, we need the artificial womb right now. You know, Elon's kind of a playa. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of kids. I think his last girlfriend or wife was Grimes. Grimes is pretty cute. You know, she's got that. She's got that. I have a type, and she would fit right in. And no, I don't know anything about her. It's just okay. Yeah, she can sing too. Oh, what's this? What did I see here? Something about tuna fish. Oh my God. You guys. D-Day. Sergeant Grinch. Probably not as much as you have. You served in SF. That's a whole different beast. SF. Okay. Special Forces. Oh. Yeah. Thanks for your service, guys. I hear that there's some military talk here. Appreciate that. Thank you. And I hope it went well for you. And maybe Donald Trump can finally do something about vets and no income tax forever and good health care. Maybe he can fix some of that. I mean, we're fond of sending all kinds of money everywhere else. Can we help our own people? I think we can. Anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. That was a lot of fun. Appreciate it. See ya. Bye. If I can get the damn button to work.